Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We are here at the International Christian Film Festival, and I'm here with Jesse and Joe on the Reflection Show in the Mayor Ramsey Resort. Guys, thank you for sitting down here today.
Absolutely.
And get a little quick reflection on what you guys do. What is it that you do, Jesse and Joe?
Well, we have a company called Action Faith Media. It's a production company. We produce faith-based Christian films, with a strong message. And besides that, I sit on the board of the International Christian Film Festival, and we're just on fire for Christ, man. I mean,
Yeah, we've already completed a slate of films. We're already working on the next slate of films, and our goal is to reach not only just the believer, but to reach the lost with quality, amazing movies, and so that's what we're about, And when people ask us, well, you're a producer, we're like, well, technically, kind of, so, but honestly, our identity number one is in Christ.
Right.
So we start there first, and then everything else where the Lord leads us, or where He opens the doors, we just follow.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And what films or what project are you guys working here at the International Christian Film Festival?
Well, we're actually here not promoting a film. I came 3 years ago and promoted a film called Crave the Fast Life.
Crave
the Fast Life. Yeah, they can go to cravethefastlife.com and see the trailer. I came here not as part of the film festival because I missed a submission, but I called Marty, the founder, and said, look, man, I'm on fire to share my film. He said, well, come on down, and if you want to book a screening room, go ahead.
Wow.
So I did
That's what's amazing about Marty. He's very hands-on.
Man, that guy.
He has a heart to create a platform for those who are on fire for their dreams and for a positive message.
Exactly. And here, and again, 3 years ago, I met him, and I screened my film. And since then, the film has won over 25 awards, Christian and non-Christian awards. And but I remember telling Marty, like, I want to help you be a part of this. Being a producer, having worked in marketing for the film industry and sales, I was like, there's something here. I don't know how. And he tells me, he goes, I'd love to have this be a music festival one day, and have the Newsboys perform. And I looked at him and I just, very arrogantly said, we're going to make that happen. I didn't know how. I did not know how.
Joe said, I don't know what was going to happen, but we're speaking it.
We're spoken in the truth.
And guess what? This year we had the Newsboys open. And they shut down First Baptist. Oh my goodness.
Didn't they? Okay. And now it's the first year we introduced the music festival. And I got on the board, and I just threw that film has opened. As soon as, like Jesse said, as soon as I put my identity in Christ, this thing's just starting to fall into place. First and foremost, by finding a partner who brought balance to my life, because I'm all over the place.
Right.
And I needed somebody who was spiritually mature to bring me into that next
level.
Because I was still new. I was like, I just wanted, my mom had always planted that seed in me.
Right.
But I didn't know, you know what I mean? It's like I was discovering.
But I tell him the only problem with that, because he used to say, we would tell him, well, what would Jesse do?
What would Jesse do?
Don't say what would Jesse do.
Normally they say, what would Jesus do?
I had a correction on that.
I had to correct him. So, and look, man, just all together, just God opened up doors, and and through Crave, it opened up opportunities for us to produce other films with T.C. Stallings, John Snyder. T.C. became a strategic partner of ours in the company. Troy Duhan, who's the executive producer of all the God's Not Dead movies, saw one of the scripts we were going to produce called The Pastor. He came aboard as an EP and as a mentor now for us. So through Troy, he connected with the Newsboys, because the Newsboys, God's Not Dead.
Hold on.
Hello.
Wait. You get on the board. You and Marty have a conversation. Of wishing of the Newsboys to make here to the music conference along with the Christian International Film. So all of a sudden, there's a mentor who's along the way is connected.
Who produced God's Not Dead? Who financed those movies?
Shut up. I'll just stop there.
No. I'm telling you, brother. It just, man, we sit back sometimes.
Yeah, because like, rather than us running around Hollywood, hey, who can help? We're like, you know what? The Lord honestly spoke to us, and both of us saying, look, all those meetings that you're running to, trying to connect and all that, and that, part of that's okay, but it's like, if you guys just spend half of that time in the Word with me, Watch what I can do.
Oh my!
And that has been just absolutely has changed my life and our life. I mean, completely, man.
Yeah.
And now, it's like all these just incredible things are now coming to us, and the Lord has definitely put favor upon us.
Yeah.
And we know we do not take any of this for granted.
Nope.
Right.
I mean, so by coming together and saying, our identity is in Christ, Lord.
Right.
You lead us, you show us, you fight our battles
right.
with the adversary that's out there.
Right.
And we know, let's do this. We can do it.
Right.
And so that's what we're doing.
Tell me, what is it in this moment that I call you guys the J&J group? Right? You guys are the basketball team with LeBron and Steph Curry, right?
Yeah.
Tell me, what is it in this moment that you can feel that you appreciate so much when you reflect on where you were and where you sit now? Go ahead, Jay.
Go ahead.
Well, honestly, the opportunity to share the gospel in some of the most amazing, creative ways. We have, just stories that not only obviously we've created, but we have true life stories of people that were doing bad things and have in amazing ways have come to the Lord.
Right.
So being able to share those stories with not only the here, but with the world, man, and change lives and save lives. Because at the end of the day, honestly, you always want to make your investor money back. But honestly, if you didn't touch one life,
what's the point?
What's the point?
That's true.
And so that's our goal, man. Is not only to make like the projects, obviously, for our Christian brothers and sisters, but for the lost that's out there. Because obviously, this world needs it.
And I wanted to add to that is, what I guess for me is it's just the fact that I'm so humbled at the fact that I do a breakout session on development through distribution, because those years of me just hustling and working behind the scenes and just meeting people and and just making things happen, that Marty felt that, hey, you have something to contribute. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yes. So I did the first breakout session last year, and this year I'm presenting Crave, The Fast Life, my first film, as an example of what you can do for $200,000. And
for how much?
Less than $200,000.
Less than 200. I thought he said less than $2,000.
Yeah. Well, my first film was made for $2,500, and it's still available, but it's a horror film, and you don't want to look at it. But hey, you know what? We got distribution, and I learned that early on how to make these films just for no money. And I was always just like, God, why am I having to struggle? But now it all makes sense, because as doors opened up, I had that approach to producing, and then to give me a partner who has the same belief and has produced films the same way on minimal budgets. We're, like you said, the J&J team, right? So besides being a speaker at the festival, we're also presenting our company, Action Faith Media. We have this crazy idea. Okay. God put this on my heart about a year ago. I discovered this new change in the crowdfunding law that was enacted by the Job Act, which now allows the average person to invest in any startup for as little as $100.
Any startup.
So it was done because only the very wealthy were allowed opportunities to invest, like in a Facebook or in buy mega shares in startups, right? But now, because of that, anyone at $100 can buy a piece of a company. In technology, clean energy, and I wondered, are they doing this in production? Film. So I looked into it, and there's a company out there that had been doing it for 3 years, but they were producing the horror, slasher, sci-fi films. Now I love Star Wars, okay? This guy's never even seen Star Wars. That is not even logical to me, but fine. But I said, but can we do this for the Christian market? Okay, for the Christian film, because the one thing that I feel is lacking is that you can go to Sundance and submit your script and go into a writer's lab and be mentored by these Academy Award-winning writers, right? The producers lab and stuff like that. But why don't we have opportunities like that for Christian filmmakers? Because that's kind of the stereotype that the Christian film has: low budget, over preachy, or no structure, cheesy, And it's okay to be preachy. It's okay to minister to people, but you gotta put it in such a story. You gotta structure the story so people leave thinking, "Wow, I feel really good." And this was a Christian movie, like okay. And a perfect example, the recent example of that is I Can Only Imagine, right? So my thought was at that point is, can I do this? You know, and the enemy attacks you. He's like, no, it's not going to be you. It's not going to be you. So I go to Jesse and I'm like, Jesse, what do you think about this? And and being the good counselor he is, she's like, let's pray on it. Let's put it in prayer. Okay. And then I go to TC Stallings and I'm like, hey, what do you think about this? He's like, I like it. I don't understand it. Yeah. But why don't you put it in prayer? So three other people. Other people after that were like, just put it in prayer.
Oh my.
So for a long time, and every once in a while I bring it up to Jesse, like, man, we should look into this, we should do this. Bigger company, I even went to them and said, hey, why don't you guys partner with me on this? Because I felt we needed them to do it, not me, not us, right? And I was like, okay, but it kept stirring in my heart. So maybe about 6 months ago, we really started looking into it. And then most recently, the founder of one of these platforms. So the way it works is you go to a platform, and I can say the websites, WeFunder or StartEngine.com. Those are the websites that have been sanctioned by the Security Exchange Commission to host these offerings. Okay, wow. You can go on there and invest in clean energy, technology. This one other company that I mentioned to you raised over $4 million on one of these platforms. Okay,
wow.
So I said, okay, well, I'm going to just create a bio of our company and just kind of get, just mess around with it, see what could happen. We didn't launch a campaign yet because you got to get approved by the Security Exchange Commission. Right. So one of the founders of this website, can't announce it yet, calls me, emails me and says wants to set up a call, and we actually got approached by both companies. Yeah. Let me correct myself. We got approached by both companies. But the first company just didn't sit right in our spirit. Right. And then the other gentleman calls me and says, "Look, I read your bio of what you're looking to do, and the success of this other company was on our platform as well. But I'm a believer. I'm a Christian." And you know what? He had a British accent, so when he said "I'm a believer," I can't even mimic it. Man,
you almost thought that was Terminator talking to you. Or Rocky Balboa.
Yeah, I did a horrible impression. But what I'm saying is, it just sounded even more beautiful, right? When he said that, and he said, "I want to help you guys get this launched." Right. So, man, that was confirmation. So I went back to Jesse, and we set up some calls. And I said, look, the International Christian Film Festival is coming up. Let's just hit it there. And as they say, test market the product. So all we're doing, I'm speaking, we're screening Crave, but we're here to promote the first Christian crowdfunding entertainment media company. Okay?
That's good.
And our goal is 1 million Christians coming together, even if it's just $100 a pop. Okay? It's going to take us some time to get to that number. But even if we hit 10,000 Christians.
That's progression.
Progression. Putting their faith into action. Hello, Action Faith Media.
Oh, hi, Action
plug.
Look, you're peanut butter jelly.
So, even if, we do that, and all of them now are spiritually and financially vested in the success of the company. But it's not just going to stop about creating these projects.
Right.
I got to Marty. I'm like, Marty. And I got him to endorse. I got him to partner with us. I said, Marty, what I want to do is be able to host our annual meetup, a shareholders meeting at the International Christian Film Festival.
Wow.
Okay? And not only that, but the shareholders get to submit their projects. At that $100 level, you can still get to submit your projects.
It's like a membership.
Exactly.
Right?
And it's a collective. We're calling it a collective.
Yeah, because you're coming together to give towards the cause, because the cause is trying to make a movement that is not happening yet.
Exactly.
I always say people that are believers, you are called to be a trendsetter. You're never called to mimic anyone the same way, but you're called to see how they do it, but to be you.
Exactly.
Right? God never calls you to be like anyone. He calls you to be you.
Exactly.
That's why I admire what you guys are doing, because yet you've been saved, yet you reconcile with a lot of things, yet you are renewed, and yet you see life at a different perspective, but God still needs your personality and your characteristic to still reach out to your community.
Exactly.
Because we all are still assigned to a community.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
If not, then we're in trouble.
Right.
And we're all trying to chase the same people.
Exactly.
But you're called to community. That's why I like Action Faith, because I think of Jesus as Iron Man.
Hey.
Right?
Yeah.
And your screen is going into action by faith, and it's causing those to come as you are, because you won't stay as you are.
Exactly. My mom, since I was little, would plant that seed in me. She was raising 5 kids by herself, and she would always say, "Faith without action has no strength." Okay, so when we
wait, say that again.
Faith without action has no strength.
Can you say it in Spanish? Because
La fe sin poder, no, la fe sin acción no tiene poder.
Oh my, did y'all hear that? I'm like, teach me that again.
La fe sin poder.
Sin poder.
No, perdón. La fe sin acción no tiene poder.
No tiene poder.
Okay, so she would put that in me. So when we came to form the company, I was like, I love to stick with action faith, man, because that's just, it resonates with me.
Good.
And again, what I wanted to say was that as this collective, we don't have to try to have, too many times people say, oh, I'm going to change Hollywood with this film. We're going to change Hollywood with this film. Why do we need to change? Why do we need Hollywood? We don't need them. Stop trying to have them buy in to us. We don't need them. Diferente. Exactly. Yeah. Once we get that, even at the 10,000 mark or the million collective mark, right? We're gonna have a multi-million-dollar fund. So even then, we're not gonna go to Hollywood and say, "Hey, do you guys want to work?" No, we don't need you anymore. That's how we change Hollywood, is by not needing them anymore.
Guys, do you guys see what's happening here? It's not about being Hollywood. It's not about changing Hollywood. It's about being who you called to be in your own industry.
Yes.
This is why I had to bring Jay and Jay through, right? Jesse and Joel on this show, Action Faith, because they're letting you know, without your action, faith cannot do anything. It needs your relationship. It needs your requirement. And they've been here before, but now they're back to pour back into the community and the industry of film because they want to change the game. They want to change the game because they're called to be trendsetters. As you're watching this, you're not called to be like anybody else. No. You're called to be a trendsetter. Let's say it together, guys. You are called to be a trendsetter. That's what you are called to be. How can they find you guys? What website?
Right now, what we're doing is we want to direct everyone to an informational website. Again, because this is sanctioned by the Security Exchange Commission. There's only so much we can say. Okay. So we've been passing out this flyer with general information, but you can go to actionfaith.info. Actionfaith.info.
In Spanish, how you say it?
Acción Fe. Información. But actionfaith.info. And it's a landing page that'll have our mission, some Q&A, question and answers, and all you have to do at that point is just subscribe. You're not committing to investing. You're just saying, hey, I'm interested in getting more information when you officially launch. And the only email they're going to get from us, only one. We're not going to bombard you all that.
It's no email blast.
No.
No sales.
No sales. All you're going to get is an email that says, we've officially launched our campaign. Here's our official campaign website, and here's the official platform campaign page, and that's it. And if you want to know more about Action Faith Media, just go to actionfaithmedia.com. You can see the films that we've done, the films that we're working on. I do want to give a plug to the film that we are producing. We start shooting June 4th. It's called My Brother's Keeper. It is from the writer of A Question of Faith that released last year through Pure Flix, did very well. And again, through TC, as being a strategic partner, he brought me to the project, introduced me to the writer. I'm coming in now as senior producer with Action Faith Media to be a co-producer of the project. And man, we've just got TC Stallings, we just locked Joey Lawrence. We got some talks with some other actors that are hopefully going to close this week. Our production team includes Thomas Dawson Jr., who spoke at the festival, and he is a lead keyboard artist for the Commodores, and also a composer. For the Commodores,
that's interesting because I met Thomas McClarity.
Oh, okay. Yes, we met. Okay, so he's on board as well to compose the music, and also he has a post-production audio facility. Not a lot of people know that he runs out of Colorado Springs, and soon to be in Louisiana, his hometown, in Louisiana, St. Francisville. So we have him. We have Robert C. Bigelow, who is a huge recording expert for big film, Oscar-winning movies like Get Out.
You guys have a lot of people. You're going to Pilmo. I say, you're going to Pilmo. That means they have a lot of people. How do you say in Spanish? They have a lot of people.
Tienen mucha gente.
Tienen mucha gente. See, we speak all languages on the Reflection Show in the mirror. You're going to Pilmo. This is why you guys need to check them out. Okay, you do not want to miss out on what Jesse and Joel got in their amazing team. My Brother's Keeper coming out soon. They start working on it June 4th. You want to support. Stop talking about the issues and let's pour back into our community. And let's do what we need to do to reach those lost souls, because at one point, you were the one that he left behind at the 99 to get.
Amen.
And we want to make sure that we are investing into getting those that we cannot touch now, but we can touch them later. Guys, it's a Ramsey Bazaar Reflection Show with Jesse and Joel, the JJ and Group, Action Fade. And remember, as I always say, your experience matters.